You guys
How's
made
everyone?
it. You made it here. Well
I know,
done.
we made it. Hi, I'm Sereni.
And I'm Shentel.
We started an accidental headband business about almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
Almost, okay? But what we didn't know then was that when we started, we broke the very first rule of business, and that is never to work with your family and your best friend.
So next year, our business will be 10 years old. A milestone, we think, because it is a statistical fact that 50% of small businesses fail in their first year. So the question is, why are we still in business? And what did we do so differently to still be here talking to you today?
Okay, so everyone says never work with your best friend, right? But we have a genuine passion for fashion. We love fashion, we love dressing up, we love to craft, and the business was formed purely as a way to get our designs out there. Because, you know, we're based in Kuching,
Yeah.
and we're like, you know, we just love fashion, we don't follow trends. So we were driven, almost possessed to succeed as a team. So rather than break the friendship, it made us even stronger. So we've got the perfect partnership. When we fall and we fail together, and not one person is to blame. We don't take things personally, like business is business,
Yeah,
and our personal life
we
is
don't
personal.
hold grudges. I couldn't
No, we
agree
don't.
more. I think that's the reason why we're able to still be in business together.
Yeah.
When she says something that I don't like, I don't take it to heart. I actually just laugh about it and I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And we
we
move
just
on to
move
the next
on.
thing.
Yeah.
In 2009, social media was all the rage and Facebook was all that everybody was talking about. We went from a very text-based society to a visual one overnight. And phones were getting so smart, much, much smarter. We were no longer limited to SMS texts, and photos were what we were all addicted to. You have to agree with me, right? We went from SMSing to then wanting pictures. So with every post that we did on Facebook, we got more and more traction, which leads to the next tip that we didn't take, which is spend on advertising. This may be true for other businesses out there, but when you're strapped for cash like we were, spending money on materials to make your product is more important than spending on advertising. For us, free advertising.
We love anything free.
We love the word free.
I mean, doesn't anyone love free?
Don't be afraid of the
right?
word free, okay? It was the only option for us. When you have no money, let's be honest, you have to be very resourceful and you have to be creative. We used ourselves as models, as you can see. Because we know why. We're free.
We don't have any money to pay models, so yeah. We're free.
And we really hit the streets to drum business. I have to say, if you are a new business and a small business, you have to be shameless. Don't be afraid to go out there and sell your own product and force your family and friends to spread the word.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm going to go back. Sorry.
Yeah. Are we still? Target market.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Here
So
we
everyone
go.
says have a target market. To be honest, our initial target market was ourselves. We were
Yeah.
designing everything just for
It was
ourselves.
for our own guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. But then, you know, eventually people liked what we created. So then we started listening to our customers. You know, like, what do you want? Like, who's our target market? But basically, you know, everybody wears our headbands. Everybody buys our headbands, from grandmas to little babies. I kid you not, male and female.
Yeah.
you know,
You're all our
transgenders.
target audience. Yeah.
Everyone buys
We
our
could sell you
headbands.
something. Trust us.
Yeah, we can. By the end of today, every one of you would have bought a headband from us. But anyways, so you know what we do know now is that we listen to our customers, and as more requests came in asking us to make baby and children's accessories, and the more we realized how huge this market was. So today, 70% of our business is for children, and something that if you told us from the start that that was what we'd be doing, like making children's accessories,
Yeah.
we would have just laughed.
We
at
would
it.
have been no way. We're like,
Yeah.
we're not into babies. But now we have babies, so we get it.
Yeah, totally get it.
It's a huge market. The next tip that we always hear, have a business plan. Everyone says this, okay? That's a tip we actually didn't take either. People often ask us, what are your plans? And to be honest, in the economic downturn that we're experiencing right now in Malaysia, it really is just to keep our overheads going each month. Our goals have always been rather small. We have never sat down with a plan to build our business to a certain point and then sell it. But that's not to say that we don't plan, but in MBA terms, we're very far from it. We're in it till we're done, and one day, and we're not afraid to say this, our business will probably close.
Yeah.
At some point, because we just want to keep it between the two of us. When that's going to happen, we don't know. It's 10 years next year. We still can't believe it.
Yeah.
And our plan is just to keep going until it's not fun anymore. Yeah.
I think it always will be, though. But yeah, it's something that, we never really planned as a business. But now that we've grown as a family,
That's
we've got
true.
a really strong team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Next tip. Oh, this is a big
Yeah,
one.
everyone says borrow money.
Borrow
right?
money.
Yeah, we didn't. We started with an initial investment of 15,000 each of our savings, and in 1 year we made it back within a year.
Yeah.
So since then we don't take any salary. Everything that we make, all our profits go back into the business. So as we grew slowly, we saved every penny, and slowly we were able to hire people to help us. So with staff, we grew and were able to complete larger orders. People often say, get investors, borrow money, don't use your own money. But what if your business is as small as ours? Like, we just make headbands. We're not a big business. What we know for sure is that it is possible to build from small and work your way up. So sure, it took us 10 years, but we're proud to say that we've never taken a loan. Not from our family, not from
we're
any
too scared.
banks. Yeah, we're too scared.
to take money.
And if we didn't have any money, we didn't buy materials. It was simple, like we don't spend what we don't have.
Yeah.
So again, the keyword is free. So whatever we could get for free, we would. So we had to be smart and creative with what we had.
Next tip. Make in China, buy cheap, sell high. That's another tip we hear a lot, right?
Yeah.
People always advise us to manufacture our headbands overseas and to buy in bulk. For us, this business model was really never an option. Again, as Sereni was saying, we really didn't have the money and we didn't really have the clue. We're living in Kuching, that's just too far away. For us, where our product was made was a huge factor in our branding. When we started, we made every single item together. We made everything with with our hands.
Bled everywhere.
It got overwhelming.
Yeah.
And because we were small, we had the flexibility to make really small quantities, but in a huge variety of designs. Today, our items are made here in Borneo by people from our local community, and it's something that makes us unique. And people like that. I would stress to others that producing small does work. We're living proof. It enables you to be so much more responsive to change. When customers want something, you're able to just do it. And it's also so much more environmentally friendly because we don't hold stock. So that's another thing to think about. Next tip.
Hold stock,
Hold
everybody
stock.
says. But online, we only make what people order. We don't hold any stock. So though we don't offer speedy turnarounds on our website, we offer instead a huge selection of choice. So we're able to custom all our designs in any color you want. And if there's a particular design that you want us to modify, we can do that because we don't hold stock. So this again breaks the rules of holding stock. So customers at first were highly annoyed, but then over time, and again with careful saving, we were able to open 2 retail stores and partner with retailers, other shops to buy from us. And they have stock for customers who want something on the spot.
Yeah.
So that's how we did it. Wholesale, guys.
So the next tip that always people say is follow trends, especially in fashion. There's huge forecasts and there's a fashion calendar that everyone sticks to. We don't stick to it at all. We make things when we want to make them. We're both mothers now. Sometimes we just put a pause on work in terms of creating, and that's okay. And I think that's the beauty of our business, is that we're able to create when we want and when we think we're ready for it. This is a new one.
Yeah.
Kuching
Kuching
Karaoke
Karaoke Club is on our website.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Or you can go to Poppy's in Kuching. Stop there. So,
That's it.
that's
What are we
it.
gonna
What
end
can you
with?
take away from us today? Well, with so much advice out there, sometimes it's good to go against the grain and do things differently. It's okay not to be perfect because business is the most unpredictable dog-eat-dog world.
So
I know
true.
this sounds really cliche, but everybody says come up with a unique product. There's only one you. Only you can think of that particular product. Pour all your personality into it. Don't be afraid to be different. Just be you, and you'll be fine. And there's an element of survival of the fittest. Be unique. Be prepared to work hard. You'll make it there.
You will.
Yeah, have that
So
passion.
just do something you love and do it well. And just worry about the business side later. I think for Sereni and I, we just loved making things together. It just so happened to be a headband, but business really wasn't the first thing that we did at the beginning of it. We sort of slowly realized very quickly a lot of mistakes that we made, but there were good mistakes to have, and we've learnt, and the business has grown from them. We also would say make sure that your, product has a clear point of difference, and don't bankrupt yourself in the process.
Yeah, that's important.
That's so important. You've got to be really careful with your money. Lastly, this is a good one. Be so good that they just can't ignore you.
Exactly.
Just remember
be seen
that.
or go home.
Yeah,
That's our motto.
That is our motto. And thank you, Steve Martin, for that quote. And thank you guys for listening to us today. We hope you learned something.
Thank you, beautiful people. You're great.